It's getting colder and the season is changing. As is the way with life, things seem unsettled, not least because at the moment I am travelling and away from familiarity. I wanted to put together a video of the things I've been doing to keep me grounded and sane. These things genuinely bring me joy and help me show up better in other areas of my life too. I have 4 main things that I wanted to talk about and a few at the end that I think are also worth a mention. I hope you're well, thank you for being here, and I wanted to preface by saying that these things are what are currently working for me. Even within my own life, they are constantly evolving. The best thing any of us can do is to find what works and resonates with us. It's taken me a long time to learn the reality of that statement, but I think it really is true. So the first thing I hold on to is the idea of the chakras, or the 7 centers of energy within the body. This is something I've found that really resonates with me, and over the last few years I've learned other ways I can relate to my body, but I always find myself coming back to this one. For some reason it feels manageable, like instead of looking inwards and seeing a big tangle, I can focus on these distinct parts, and when I do look inwards in this way, I can feel the energy in each localized place, and so the idea of these chakras feels true. The more I practice this internal looking, the more I feel I have become familiar with my own inner terrain. In day-to-day life, having an awareness of these energy centers looks like taking a moment whenever I think of it to drop into the sensations of a specific part of my body. This helps when I'm overthinking, anxious, overwhelmed, tired, and also when I'm falling asleep at night. If I feel I'm struggling, then being able to pinpoint where the discomfort is and realize that there are some spots in my body that actually don't feel discomfort is in itself comforting. The practice also allows a degree of intuition because my mind can focus unconsciously perhaps on whatever part of my body needs the most attention and care. The idea of the chakras for me overlaps with other practices, from the Tao in a smile meditation to yoga or breath work and stretching, and it's also a big part of my affirmation and journaling practices, which I'm coming to next. So, the next thing I've been doing is journaling, and the current method I'm using is very loosely based on journal speak, a technique by Nicole Sachs. Her basic method is to journal for 20 minutes about what is playing on your mind or causing you stress, and then to spend 10 minutes practicing self-care. I adapt this general method to whatever I feel I need on any given day or at any given moment. I like to bear in mind that she says 20 minutes is a good time to aim for when journaling, as this is how long it takes the mind to relax, get into a flow, and lower its barriers to say what it truly feels. For a long time also, I skipped the self-care aspect, not just in journaling, but in other practices too. But I've come to learn how important it is to support yourself after something heavy and emotional, as this is where the real healing takes place. Sometimes I also like to journal at random times of the day, maybe to keep a little record of what I've been up to, what I've been struggling with, what I've been enjoying. It's also refreshing to process what's happening in the present. The third thing I've been doing is affirmations, and I've been through phases of poo-pooing affirmations and also finding them to be very effective, and at the moment I am finding the latter. And I'm enjoying using this blog that I found online, which has organized a bunch of affirmations for each chakra. I've been doing these affirmations every day after my journaling as the self-care aspect. I like to scroll through starting with the root chakra and pick out a few affirmations for each chakra and write them down, trying to feel into that area of the body at the same time. Depending on the day, this can feel very powerful. Just a side note, I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but I also find myself yawning when I'm doing affirmations and journaling, so if you get this too, you are not alone. One of my therapists once said it was the body's way of releasing energy, but who knows? The fourth thing I've been doing that I've been most excited about is some kind of creative practice, and it's really been a game changer of late, finding ways to express myself through art and bring my ideas to life. Recently, for me, this has been looking like creative writing, where I find my subconscious weaves parts of myself into fictional characters and events. I'm currently working on 2 longer stories that I dip in and out of, and I'm also starting illustrations for one of them. I've been enjoying drawing and taking a more spiritual approach to drawing too, although not always. I'm not really sure what changed, because I've always been creating things, but I think somewhere recently I really began to understand what it means to make things for me and things that express a part of myself. My advice would be to anyone listening to not give up, to keep creating things, any things, drawing, writing, painting, video, clay, or even the best of all those worlds by mixing things together. I like the quote. It says, just make the best thing that you can make. Also, I read a book recently called Big Magic, and in this book she says that you should make things because you enjoy making them, not necessarily because you think they're going to get you somewhere. So do it your own way and keep building from there. So these are the 4 things that I've been really finding as pillars in my life at the moment to keep me happy, light, joyful, grounded, and yes, sane. But I also think that there are other things worth a mention, including reading. At the moment I've been reading A Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, and I just finished reading A Wild Sheep Chase by Murakami. I've also been enjoying going outside, being with the animals, conversation with friends, not the book, although that is a good book, listening to music. It's coming up to Christmas, so Christmas music is nice. Pinterest, love Pinterest, and other smaller somatic practices that I feel bubbling back up, like breathing and stretching. So that's all from me. That's what I've been doing at the moment. I find that these things change or evolve over time, and sometimes you remember something that you were once doing and you think, this is going to be good for me right now. I think I remember reading somewhere that the journey is more like a spiral. You come back to things and use them as you need them, go round and round, and each time everything gets a little stronger and a little better. Sending you warm wishes this season.